Super modern.
Ultra graphic girls.
Welcome
to drag
trash.
We were so on for like 12 and 13 episodes, and now
Listen,
out the door.
I forget. Listen, I think they already know who I am.
If you don't know who we are and you're here, get a clue.
I just like, oh yes, my name is Millie Monroe.
And I'm Queen James.
And I'm like, oh yeah, this is drag trash.
Right.
Drag
trash. Now we're threatening our, like, it's fucking drag trash, bitch. Learn our name.
Listen, I chugged that drink.
Starting off hot. Get your fan.
Way. There's no way.
Yeah, just hang on to it.
You know what it is? Mm-hmm. It's Friday.
It's fucking Friday.
There's no Drag Race.
Uh-huh.
And I think we had one of the best times of our lives last night.
Oh, easily a core memory moment.
Because why? Not that Donald Trump was convicted,
34 counts.
34
Guilty
counts.
on all counts.
Guilty. I love that they were like, you know what? I mean, they have to do this with everybody, but naming them off one by one. Guilty.
It is on this count.
Guilty.
And 34 times in a row. That's love a serve. Yeah.
I mean, anybody would just sit in that chair going, oh my God, my life is over. And that man was like, it's just beginning. Overthrow the case.
I know. God. And where he's getting that steam, I don't know. Because this is his, 80th trial this year?
I am 30 years old, and I am already going to have a heart attack.
Yeah.
How is that man...
Watching that.
How is that man not dead? How is his heart not just, coming up out of his mouth and he's just choking on it?
I would believe... Well, he's choking on a lot of shit. Yeah. But I would believe that he had been replaced Avril Lavigne style at this point. You know what I mean?
That has come back up in the news. And in the news, I mean TikTok.
Right.
It has come back.
Oh, I know, because my friend mentioned it last night at the concert.
Well, I think she's, doing some concerts right now. Avril is.
Well, and she's acknowledged the theory before,
and
too.
She has. And so they interview her, and she's like, oh, I've spent all of my childhood in pigtails. And girl, people have been throwing all these pictures around. She's never once been in pigtails.
Wasn't she a tomboy? Wasn't that her whole thing?
I don't know. But it just gives credence to the theory, right?
It does.
I love a good conspiracy
theory.
Oh,
me too. And listen, ever since, and I said this to my friend last night, I'll say it again.
Yeah.
Ever since the Katie Holmes, Tom Cruise contract marriage, I was like, I'll believe it.
Those people, they're all snakes.
Hollywood.
Yeah. I wouldn't trust anything.
No.
If you have been in Hollywood for more than, let's say 6 months, I don't trust you.
I don't trust you.
I don't trust
Every
you.
Drag queen in LA, sorry.
Oh, I trust them. Because they'd be telling me who's shit in the bed and who's not.
Right. They're going to We got a lot to talk about. Okay, so last night. Yes.
Last night. Mm-hmm. Who did we see?
Oh, who did we see?
But none other than Chappell Roan. Just literally, yeah. I left that place and I said, church.
I got fed.
My hand was up the entire time. I was singing every single song.
Oh, me too.
And I was like, this is church.
This is what it's like.
And I was like,
this is what it's like when it's good.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And everybody around me was doing the exact same thing.
Feeling it.
And I'm just saying, I've only been to a few concerts in my life. Mm-hmm. This is my third concert in my life. And it's magical.
It was great.
Magical.
I mean, truly a magical experience where I couldn't even take it all in the moment. I'm going to be kind of reeling.
Right.
Yeah.
And every time she would say, it's so good to be in Missouri, I was just like, girl,
we love you.
It was so good.
It was so good.
And I also have to say that every single musician out there, every single performer, tell your audience members, your fans, to dress up to your show.
Oh, it just creates the atmosphere instantly.
Yes. Tell them, let's see, the theme is, what was it, the theme? Midwestern Princess tonight. Midwestern Princess. And everybody came.
Everybody.
Oh, it was just, you went in full high whore drag.
I did. And I did my own version of a Midwestern Princess, which is a take on camo, but it was blue.
Yeah.
I think that could read kind of camo.
I think it definitely does.
And I did blue. So I realized later, though.
Ingenue blue.
Ingenue. That I was combining, like, she's done mermaid themes and other nights, too. It was kind of the perfect combo of that. Because I just don't really do camo. Sorry, Chappell.
I don't do camo either. Yeah. But unless... I might get behind pink camo.
Last night, I did see a lot of good cases. Okay, I do like the early 2000s looks. A lot of girls did this. Love this.
Oh.
Full camo pant.
Yes.
Whale tail thong.
Lindsay Lohan.
With like stoned on the back of the thong, like low-rise cargo pants, like crop top or just like bralette situation.
Right.
That's and like trucker hat, like Von Dutch. That's hot.
When all those girls, Lindsay, Paris,
Nicole,
when they were throwing slushies in paparazzi's faces,
shit, yeah.
like that is what
Simple
people were
life.
wearing. Simple life. Oh, it was
great.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tell
and
your
then
fans to dress up.
Yes. And then what Chappell was wearing. She came out in like full camo prom dress.
Camo prom.
And then lost it after the first number, and it was just like camo bustier and panties and like full netted tights.
Prancing around that stage.
Gorge. In like platform, like Doc Martens. Oh, it was such a good concert.
Was so good.
I've never been to a concert. I haven't been to that many concerts.
Yeah.
It was such a concert. Everyone was there to have a good time. Everyone was dressing up. Like, people were so friendly and chatting beforehand. And then we were just singing along to the hits. And she played them perfectly.
Now, I've never been to a T Swift concert.
Yeah, me neither.
Because I couldn't give a rat's ass about T Swift.
Agreed.
But I don't think her concerts are like that.
They can't be.
She said, "Smite you."
She really did.
I just don't think her fans are that nice. Because the camaraderie with these fans...
it was tight.
It was like, we're all here to hold each other's hands.
Totally. I think there's some crossover there, though, because people were offering us bracelets.
Oh, yeah,
and I think that's a Taylor thing. But they had, like, Chappell songs on them. Ooh.
A little crusty. Ew. I love the makeup crust.
Ooh.
Well, it's not coming off.
She just lives there now.
She lives there. Yeah, girl.
Yeah, put it in the scrapbook. Oh. It was that good.
And I was like, the same day that man was found guilty 34 times.
There was a lot of joy yesterday. Yeah.
Went to the psychiatrist. We don't need to get into that. But
yeah, great day.
It was just, that's why I didn't get into high horror drag, because I just didn't have the time.
Yeah.
But
you did a lot, though.
I mean,
you did an eye, you did the hair, you did you did the smock and the shoes and all of that.
I did a little bit.
Did you have nails?
No, I thought about it.
You were just like nails and like eyeliner away, pretty much.
I did put a lot of bronzer on my face.
Ooh.
Because I was like, shiny.
Shiny.
I wanted to look like Roxy Andrews.
And boy, does she her foundation is bronzer. Yeah.
I know, I can't get over it. I think because the fantasy for me is I want to be fried chicken.
Tan mom, yeah.
Tan mom.
Totally. It's still there, girl. It hasn't moved.
It hasn't?
No.
Okay, great.
And I can like redo it if you want.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
And I want it to be centered. Yeah. Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Very cute. Oh,
so it was just wonderful.
Yeah, I'll be thinking about it for weeks.
Saw some old friends.
Oh my God, we ran into two people that we went into high school with.
Two people?
We saw two people that we went to high school with. We ran into one of them.
Oh, yeah, Shay. We love you, Shay.
Oh, Shay, love. I saw you. I didn't get to say hi to you. I'm sad.
Oh, yeah. Well, that is weird that
I
you
know.
guys never got to cross paths.
From a distance, I saw you.
Well, it is weird to meet up with people like in such a space like that.
Right. It's kind of this very like, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
What's funny about, I didn't think about this until later. The last time I saw Shay Ketchum was literally 10 years ago when we both appeared at the big audition in Chicago that they do for theater schools.
Yeah, that was a mess. It was a lot of snow.
Oof,
Wasn't that
that's
like
another
most
story?
Of the problem?
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
Oh, anyway.
Well,
back to the girls.
It was so good.
Yeah.
It was so good.
Oh, I told you this earlier. I think that I had trouble processing it for a minute, and then it dawned on me this morning. I was just like, there wasn't a bad part. And I think, unfortunately, that's normally where I start, where I like have to, those things come automatically, and then I have to be like, but no, it was this, and then be grateful, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And that's on trauma. But I was just like, kind of blank, and I was like, yeah, it's because it was all good.
You know what usually ruins it for me It's the parking situation.
Oh, sure.
And I will say, getting out of that was so easy. Was it easy for you all?
No, we sat there for 45 minutes before we moved. But it wasn't bad. I was just chatting with my friend.
That's sad.
Yeah.
We somehow just lucked out and was able to just like get in the car.
Nice.
We waited maybe 5 minutes.
Oh,
and then
wow.
was able to just get out of there.
Oh, no, we sat in the parking lot for a minute.
Never mind. But I'm glad you didn't think of that as bad.
No, I mean, we passed the time. It was fine.
Yeah.
What was funny is by the time we got up to like an intersection,
Yes.
whoever was supposed to be like directing traffic because all the lines were converging
Yes.
was like on their break or something. So someone, like a concert goer, someone in a Midwestern princess outfit, like had like a yellow flag and was like directing traffic for a second. And we're like, thank you.
What time did you get home? Oh, you texted me.
Yeah, it was like midnight.
Yeah.
And the concert got out at like 10:30.
Yeah.
And it's probably a good 30-minute drive. So yeah.
Yeah, that's about right. I think we probably got home about 11:45, 12. Something like that. I don't know. It was so good.
Oh, solid show too. She opened up with 3 drag queens like she does in every city. I'm not going to get their names because I don't remember them, but I followed all of them.
One of them's Chloe, because I do follow them, because she has an outrageous laugh that I absolutely love.
Oh, do it now.
No, you do it. You're so much better.
Okay, she doesn't move her face. She goes,
I love her.
Liv. That's so funny.
Yeah. She like almost is Jennifer Coolidge to me.
Oh, yeah. And
her
like
face is very Jennifer Coolidge.
Personality-wise, she kind of gives a vague or just like, oh, she's on her own planet.
Now, Scott and I did watch. We didn't watch. We heard them from the merch line.
Oh, right. Yeah, you were in the merch line at the beginning. It was a good show. All of those queens brought it.
Yeah, good.
Specifically, the second queen who did the Beyonce numbers. I can't remember her name, but she was great. I mean, they were all good, but she was great.
Well,
I hope to meet them someday.
maybe we should
It's a
meet
fellow
them.
St. Louis queen.
Yeah, I follow Chloe.
Oh.
I need to follow the other two.
Yeah. I noticed that when I did, I had a couple friends that had, and I was like, behind. But yeah, lovely, lovely show. And also love this. Tight.
Oh, yeah.
The openers were on at 8.
Yeah. 45
And-
minutes.
Yep. And there was a good little break there. That might have been a little long, but I didn't
15
mind.
minutes?
No, there was a good 45 between the openers and when she came on.
Was it that long?
It didn't.
Don't remember.
Because the crowd was so good still, but there was a
Yeah.
moment where I was like, we're going to lose it. I get stage manager in those situations.
Interesting.
But
it's such a weird thing, because really the only other... I guess I've seen 5 concerts now, because I forgot about our concert that we went to in Kansas City to see
Lauryn Hill.
Lauryn Hill. And that is really my only other gauge for lateness.
one whole end of the spectrum. Yeah.
But like was prepared, because you were like,
You go in with
she's
the mindset.
notoriously late.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So-
no, it wasn't a bad gap. And then tight hour.
Yeah.
She was on at 9:30.
Yeah.
She was done at 10:30.
Well, we both also had seats.
This is true. So
So-
that time passes differently.
Yes,
You're right. Oh, if
yes.
I were standing, no, I would have been complaining right now.
At some point during Kaleidoscope, Scott was like, I have to get a drink. And so he had to go get us water.
Oh, yeah.
And let me tell you, I chugged that water so fast.
Oh,
I was
my
like
God.
dying.
Wow. Oh, yeah. I didn't realize it until I got home because since I was in high whore drag, that was all locked down. So I said no liquids for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And when I got home, yeah.
I was drinking
Yeah.
so much water when I got home. I don't know what that was.
Oh, because we were going. I mean,
think that
I was
was-
moving. I was singing all the songs.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're not 20 anymore. So when that happens now, unfortunately, the next day it's like, oh, I feel it.
Can I tell you something? There were some of those songs where I was just, well, I was there.
Yeah.
I was performing.
Oh, yes.
It's like, I'm performing,
Well,
girl.
so many of her songs have these like peak moments where you're just
Yeah.
like, all right, I got to get into this now. Like, I mean, good luck, babe.
Good luck, babe.
When you wake up, I mean, everyone in that place was just like cursing their
Cursing.
exes and
It
like
was just
whatever.
like,
just like,
oh.
I'm getting goosebumps now. You
know.
feel it when you sing along with
Church.
her. Totally.
That is a spiritual experience.
Agreed. And if you've ever, like, so many church people that I know have said like, oh, I went to a concert and realized that it wasn't the Holy Spirit, that I was just like experiencing human connection and like this sort of like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
You get the same thing at concerts. You get the same thing in theater.
Yeah, what is that? It's a collective, like...
It's something to do with the music as well, too, because churches definitely have this formula of like song service before preaching and all of that, and it stirs the emotions. And depending on the song,
I'm playing an organ.
is that your church song?
It's an organ.
Okay, girl. Your church sounds boring.
Why do you think I never went?
It's true. But yeah, you can sort of manipulate this like.
Scared me.
You can manipulate this spiritual experience.
Yeah.
And make people feel kinds of ways because music is powerful like that.
Yeah.
And Chappell
Art
songs
is powerful.
yes. Chappell songs have that. All of them. Where they have a component, you want to sing along, you want to feel it.
You want, yes.
Yeah.
It's like power to the people.
Totally.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow.
I loved that venue too.
Oh, it was great. It's sort of like it looked like a big airplane hangar, but with like no walls, just ceiling.
Yeah. And like the outside, it was all sort of an outside area.
Right.
Except for there was like a covered bit. But like they had food trucks.
Yeah, it was sort of like a park, like if you've ever been to like a dog park.
That's exactly how I would describe it.
Where there's like an area that's
just bitches pissing.
Everywhere. Piss. Piss. But there were so many great queer people there. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better crowd.
You know, and I thought, can I be honest for a second? I thought I was going to feel old.
No, I thought so too. I was like, if I get here but it was mostly people our age.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it really was.
Yeah.
Well, the tickets were so expensive, girl.
Oh, that's true. Teenagers can't afford this. Well, and like, let's be honest, I get why teens would be into this, but like, it is sort of adult, sexy, like fun music like that. Like, it's just because it kind of is girly that people associate it with younger. Like, it's adult music.
Yes, but like fully 10 years old talking about banging on the bathroom floor.
I mean, right.
Hello, Kiss a Night 2.5. I'd like to hear the Shaggy song, banging on the bathroom floor. Yes, I am 10.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, that wasn't written for us, but that is what we listened to.
It was
right.
good. It's a banger.
Oh.
Sorry.
Duh. Yeah,
good.
that is a great song.
Have you ever listened to the rest of his music?
He had a couple, not only the things that played on the radio.
So the two?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Whoops, sorry, Shaggy.
Maybe that's why you're not here right now.
I mean,
Where
but good
is
for you.
he?
Get a couple hits and put them in the bank.
Yeah, but that money's not going to last long.
Are you sure?
Where is he now?
Just living off those residuals, girl. Living
You
off those
think?
checks, probably. Especially if you got locked in early before the whole streaming thing.
Oh, that's true, because that really did.
Oh, they paid
Yeah,
those people.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, it's so interesting that we're living in a time now where art, meaning movies and television and music and media that Hollywood produces, it's not. It's meant to be quick.
Yeah, they're not taking their time.
Yeah, it's
And not that it's been a slow industry, but like they're going too fast.
Yeah, well, and I just think of I don't know, things aren't sticking. Like
what do you mean?
feel like, let's say when I don't know, all of these Marvel movies right coming out,
Right.
and I know that that's like sort of over the hill now, and it's like we're not,
but they're still happening.
they're still happening. Yeah. But it's meant to be, they come out, you watch them, you talk about them, that's it.
Kind of, they're flashes.
Flashes,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're not trying to have any sort of, what's the R word?
I don't know.
Resonance.
They're
not thinking of this as like, which I guess you don't necessarily want to be like, how do I make my art piece part of the like, whatever, if you can overthink it. But,
yes.
But yeah, they're not trying to make them like art pieces necessarily.
Yeah,
Even
but
though there's a lot of artistic merit there, it's hard.
Yes. I blame Disney.
Yes, agreed.
Because, I mean, Disney has been doing this since day one.
Right. It's a money thing.
Repainting over cells and calling it good.
Yeah.
And you know what? We keep buying it.
It's true.
So why would they change it up?
Yeah. Because they think that is success.
Well,
yeah.
They're living in, oh my God. Have you seen those stupid commercials of politicians saying how poor they are?
No.
And they're like, it is hard on our salary as a civil servant to be able to have clothes at my house, my beach
second house,
my Paris house, and my house in D.C.
That's so disgusting because pretending like they don't get hundreds of thousands of dollars from their donors and lobbyists is just so gross. Like they're not acknowledging the truth.
It should be volunteer.
It should be.
It should be volunteer. Or
although then
teacher salary.
And only that. You can't accept funds from other people.
You can't accept funds from anybody
If you
else.
want a real civil servant, look at public school teachers.
Exactly.
That's the reality.
Because
having to buy their own school supplies.
It is insane that teachers have to buy books for children for their classrooms.
Yeah, it's really sick.
They have to buy pencils for these children to use.
It's because the people that have any say in that, Republican-wise, want everything to go private, including education. It's so gross.
God.
Ugh, complaining about their salaries, in like campaign ads?
Oh, I'll have to show you because it'll make you sick.
Oh, girl, America is over.
Speaking of America is over.
We're talking about
finally took it down that fence.
Oh, did they? God, I didn't even notice.
Well, they still have some parts of it up, but
God.
it's mostly forever gone.
Yeah.
And I just want to know how much they spent on that.
Yeah, I want to know exactly. They'll never disclose it though.
That should be public. Well, I guess it's a private school,
Yeah,
so it shouldn't be public. I take that back. Listen, if you're private, you're allowed to keep all of that private. If you're a public civil servant, all that money coming in should be written down.
Well, and this is what gags me about those ads is like you can look up that information freely and find out how much they're getting from donors. So like, fuck you for lying about your fucking salary, which by the way is still like above. Isn't like the actual like politician's salary like actually
it's
okay?
What the president gets paid? It's not great.
It's like $200K though, right?
Oh, I didn't
which is
think it was
still
that
wildly
much.
above
I didn't
the
think
median.
it was that much.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought it was more like 65. Like it was low.
Oh, that's bad.
But they get all the perks on top of it.
Well, yes.
And so that money really only goes to, paying whatever you're paying for that house that's in Chicago.
Well, it's like whatever you want to pay for on that record as well, where they're like, oh, if I want to do my own shit, I got to use other money.
Right. I don't know. I bet you, well, we can look it up. I just want to look it up now.
Yeah, let's find out.
How much money does the President of the United States make? $400,000.
Yeah, girl.
$400,000. Siri, how much money does a representative make? Mortgage.
You might have to say state representative.
Oh, Alexa. You're
It's
not
not
Alexa.
Alexa.
Who are you? Who is she?
Siri.
Siri. Siri, how much does a state representative make a year? Evil Alexa. 174.
So I was close. Yeah, that's still a lot above the median.
That is so much money.
It is.
I mean,
And they're getting a lot more from lobbyists and stuff. So, but complaining about that salary, fucked.
That's what they're complaining about.
Get fucked.
But I mean, you have 5 houses, and from the
maybe you should stop buying so many coffees. Maybe you should consolidate your avocado toast.
I bought a coffee this morning. And you bought avocado this morning. That avocado toast, they squirted that out of a cake pipe, a cake piper.
Yeah, it was gorge.
They really went.
It was cake frosting. It was beautiful.
I even wanted to eat it.
Yeah, that's saying a lot.
I took a picture of it. And I don't take a picture of food because I think that's stupid. I'm like, why are you taking a picture of food?
Totally. It's about to go. You're about to shit it in about 13 hours. Yeah. Maybe take a picture on the other end.
Yeah. Well,
Post that too. Say before, after.
I'll call Eureka.
Let's get into it. Holy shit. Okay, so first mistake was Eureka O'Hara came for kimchi. Period. That should have been the end of the story. But of course, kimchi is a shady hoe.
She is.
Love her.
Notoriously shady, though.
Like,
every chance Trixie has, she goes, she's shady.
She's shady.
She's shady.
And, like, makes a joke about how she keeps, like, scrolls the internet for her drag queens friends, zooms in on their makeup mistakes, and sends it to them.
Sends it to them.
As, like, a joke. And, like, look at how crusty you look, bitch. That's kimchi. And Eureka decided to tell a story that once upon a time, while they were on tour, I think.
Once upon a time, there was a something.
I don't know where you're going.
Oh, RuPaul song.
Oh, there was a little black girl from the
because Trixie walked out
with Jujubee at that event. They talk about that on that pit stop episode, and it's so funny. Ooh, you don't want to lose that.
Oh.
Gotcha. So they're on tour or something.
Yeah.
And Eureka's dress is...
Oh, yeah. So Eureka's like, hey, Kimchi.
Why didn't
What
she
are we
have a dress to
supposed
begin
say?
with?
What are we supposed to say? Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Eureka was like, Kimchi, can I borrow some of your clothes?
Right.
And Kimchi was like, no, I don't think they'll fit you. Right. And Eureka was like, this girl is delusional about her weight. Right. I can fit into her clothes. Yeah. And she's just being stingy and mean.
Yeah.
And Kimchi literally was like, okay, girl.
Okay, so you want to hear the real tea.
You want to hear the real tea.
Jesus. I mean, came
Allegedly.
after one thing in her story, and then Kimchi, literally like 5 days later on a podcast, by the way.
Yeah. My favorite thing is Monet and Bob talking about this. Have you seen them talking
No.
about it? Oh my God, because I think it's an earlier video because they don't want to say names. They don't say names.
Wait, so this tea was being talked about before it even was spilled?
Because they start laughing because they're like, oh, well, somebody stinks. And they're like, well, you either have to sit next to the girl that stinks or the girl who plays her music too loudly. And they all go, who? Or not they all. Monet's like, who's that? And Bob's like, I want to tell you. I don't want to tell you. What does she say? Monica? Monurica or something?
Monurica. Oh, no. So the rumors were already there.
Wait, is it Monique? It's not Monique. It's Monet.
Monet.
That's why I couldn't get the name right. It was Monrica. Monrica. And Monet just started to freaking laugh.
Yeah, because they know.
And then I have to find this video.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Because then they hard cut to Kimchi's podcast where she's like, you know, I'm not delusional about my weight. I didn't give that girl my clothes because she stinks. I literally have to convince her some days to take showers. And she goes, I'm okay, girl. I don't need to take a shower.
Yeah, and didn't stop there. Proceeded to just go like instance by instance.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm not giving my costumes to a girl who takes them off, puts them in a bag wet with sweat, and puts them in the bag.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Okay.
Oh, disgusting.
I hate wet clothes.
Yeah.
I think it's the wet socks to me. Are like if that's some Dante's third circle of hell. Because like walking around in tennis shoes with wet socks.
Oh, it's miserable.
Miserable.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, you got your cooch up in that jumpsuit. It's all wet. Now, of course, we all have like 6,000 pairs of tights on.
You're
the whole bit.
sweating.
And that is gross.
They should honestly be washed after every wear, those kinds of garments.
Well, the problem is a lot of those costumes can't be washed.
Right. Or you have to hand wash them
Or you
in like a
can't wash
sink.
them. Or base level.
Yeah.
Get some water and some vodka and just
exactly.
spraying.
Exactly.
And
to just
let it dry.
germ
just
it out.
let it dry.
Yeah.
Because you're never going to get that stink out.
No.
Once it settles in and you wear it for that long,
it's over.
it's going to smell like this.
Yeah, it's over. That doesn't smell.
Girl, smell it.
You got perfume on. I smell that.
Mm-hmm. No,
that was Eureka's mistake.
That's the trick. She wearing
Not enough
perfume.
Yeah.
So, anyways, get some tea, girl.
I haven't heard yet from Eureka.
Oh, but the best thing is, she also shits the bed.
She did mention that. And the fact that Eureka, like, told them these stories, that she shit the bed, like, multiple times?
You know, listen, we've all been there. I have
Shitting
never
the bed.
done that. I have pooped my pants.
Same. I don't think I've ever shit the bed either.
But I think...
No, sounds like a baby.
I want to know in what way that story was conveyed. Because if it was like she came in to do her makeup and she's like, oh, girl, I had a bad night last night. I woke up and I shit the bed. Like, okay, fine.
Really? Okay, I thought that was going to be your bad example.
No. Because, like, you know, they probably go hard some nights.
Yes, and there are substances that do that.
And if you're fisting up to your elbow, you know, sometimes that poop's just going to come out.
It's just going to fall out.
Yeah, we learned something today about that.
Did we?
Yeah. Put some sugar on it.
That's right. I don't even want to say these words.
Just put some sugar on it.
Just put some sugar on it.
And I just can't believe. I can't believe that you would come after a woman who has made it her life's work to be funny and mean.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. The mistake was Eureka's. I'm sorry. Like, and the beef wasn't anything to begin with. Your sister didn't loan you a dress.
No,
whatever.
who cares?
Yeah, like,
Who cares?
I get that she was trying to call out a bigger queen for being like sizist or something, maybe. But it was just like, sorry, girl, we're on her side.
But also, why do you want to share that stuff?
Why do you
I mean, the girls share wigs all the time on Drag Race, right?
Fine.
But I'm like, gross.
That's a little gross. Because they're also sweating in that and spraying it down. So it's not like they're just popping it on where you're like, oh, cute, let me try. No.
I don't know. It's a little gross.
I don't know. Drag queens are a little gross.
I mean, yes.
Yeah. We might learn some things when we get out there.
Yeah, like what?
I mean, I think they're going to be grosser than we're comfortable with.
Girl, I am gross.
Yes, but in a different way. You know, you're not going to walk up to the gig saying, guess who shit the bed again?
Well,
you know,
that's true.
Right.
That's true. Guess who?
Guess who got 2 thumbs and a loose asshole?
That chick.
That chick. Me.
Well, and I think it just goes back to, you know, either she has really terrible, you know, self-image issues,
Yeah.
or like deep something that is rewiring her brain to think these terrible things.
Yeah.
Or she just doesn't know how to wash her body.
Which I doubt the latter.
Yeah, I think
know.
but I think a lot of people don't know how to clean themselves.
Okay, this is a fair argument because I was about to contest it and then I remembered the entire straight male population that literally
yes.
doesn't wash their ass.
Yes.
And that's really disturbing.
I think people think if they get under the water and it just kind of goes down
It's
them,
enough. Yeah.
that's enough.
It's not.
And I'm like, maybe
Oh.
when you were 8.
No, not even then.
I mean, before you started secreting
Totally,
all of these terrible
Yeah, it's
smells
easier
and
to be
stuff.
cleaner when you're younger. You're right. As you get older, your body gets gross.
Girl, our
Gotta
bodies are nasty.
Clean it up.
Just rotting.
Yeah, it's true. Well, and like, oh, I can't remember what I was going to say. Yeah, rotting. Gross.
I don't know. The human condition is just terrible.
But we love it.
Something else that I haven't talked about because it really just happened. First off, May, it's been too much.
It's been a lot.
This May has been too much.
Yeah, I'm glad it's almost over.
Boat, Chappell.
Oh, that's right.
And then last weekend, Scott and I went to Chicago to see Death Becomes Her.
I'm so jealous. I missed
Megan
this.
Hilty.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
wonderful.
I keep hearing amazing things about it.
I think it might become one of my favorite musicals.
Wow.
It was
that
very
good.
It was just,
Oh, did you say Michelle Williams? She's in that too, isn't she?
oh my God. As
Like the mistress, like the Isabella Rossellini part. Yeah.
Oh my God. She gets like the first number of the show and she just comes out and she's like, I told you so. And like all these naked dancers are like dancing in mirrors.
I've
and
seen
stuff.
the costumes.
And it's just like, you know what?
I'm here.
People don't make shows like this anymore.
Nah. Give us the gay. Like, I don't know if you all have seen the stage show of Lion King. I don't know if it was always like this, but when I saw it in 2011, there was a full-on, like, gay rave breakdance scene with the hyenas.
Girl.
And they only vaguely resembled hyenas, and it was full club.
Oh, yeah.
Full dancing. And I said, throw it in. Throw it in the mix.
Can I tell you, you know, you've seen the movie Death Becomes Her, right?
Yeah.
So when Meryl's has her little show at the very beginning, it's called like Sweet Bird of Youth or something. I don't know. In this show, she is after Isabella Rossellini's Michelle Williams number, they go into I Do It for the Gays.
Oh, like Gaze? Like the Cate Blanchett joke?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. But it's all gay jokes.
Oh, fun.
And like it's just Megan
Really clever.
Hilty being like, I'm doing it for the gays.
Funny.
And it's so funny.
Oh,
it's so funny.
I really want to see it.
The reveal at the end of that number is everything. I saw it coming and I told Scott and he was so mad.
Yeah, don't tell me more. Because I want to go up and see it before it transfers.
Yes.
When do you know?
It's so good.
Damn, I really want to see it. Yeah.
It's good. And I'd be curious to see how they change it for Broadway. Because I feel like there's some little twinks. There's some little twinks to work out.
Well, aren't there always?
But there's some little things. Oh, so good.
Wow. Love to hear like a rave about a show. Because usually you have to kind of like...
The illusions, though, of like her falling down the stairs.
I did happen to catch that on a video. And I said, yeah, how?
Oh my God.
good.
It's everything.
Go see it.
It's all just old trickery. It's
Right.
all just old trickery.
I mean, we've had the tools for theater. Like, it doesn't need to be Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. You really can just do the old and it It's
You really
great.
can.
Yeah.
Sight lines and lights. That's all you need.
Yeah. A little smoke maybe
God,
sometimes.
just watch some horror movies from the 60s and 70s.
Totally. Or
they're
like get
doing it
into the
real.
John Carpenter shit with the
Yes.
prosthetics and all of that. Like those effects they hold up.
I'm just like, I would rather see a crappy head explode
Yeah.
in real time
Than the best CGI that you've got for me.
I
Agreed.
would, because it's more interesting.
I think there's something about the uncanny valley there where
Yeah.
it's like you got to do something for humans that's different
Yes.
than whatever it might be reality wise.
I agree.
Like even if that's how it would absolutely look, it's not what humans want to see.
Right.
And it's more convincing to do the other thing.
Absolutely.
So you got to have an eye.
Absolutely. You got to have an eye.
Yeah.
What did I say last time? That artistic directors don't become one because you're not finding any jobs.
Right. Got to get a gimmick.
Gotta get a gimmick. Speaking of which, did you see what-
Audra.
Yes.
And Gypsy. So much good Broadway news right
I'm
now.
like, do we need to bring Gypsy back? I don't know.
I mean,
do
never.
love
But like,
Audra.
it's always about whoever's
the
doing
star.
it. Yeah, exactly.
I'm just like, isn't there a better pedestal, canon, whatever?
I
than-
agree. I hate that we've chosen Gypsy because even the way that they've advertised it is like the greatest show of all time.
I'm like, is it?
I don't agree.
I don't agree.
And that it becomes a woman of a certain age is like pinnacle role.
Sure.
And because Broadway is, in my opinion, really led by the divas, led by female or femme presenting stars.
Sure.
That's
Because
the
they make
pinnacle of
money.
Broadway then.
Right.
Is that like you do that role and it's like you've made it.
I don't know.
I like the show, fine.
It's fine. It's long.
It's long and like difficult. I've never done a production, but I remember hearing from when they did it at JLT.
I can't imagine.
Because didn't Ashley direct it?
No, did she? No.
No.
I'm sure.
She did costumes or something for it though, because we heard from her that it was like, for all those little vaudeville numbers, you have to have these set pieces and costumes, the cow, that are literally on stage for like 2 seconds sometimes.
Yeah. Not worth it.
Not worth it. Although, You Gotta Get a Gimmick is such a good song. When you see it done really right, like, oh my God, there's a film production of Gypsy with Imelda Staunton from London. I own it. We'll watch it. Fabulous. And they make the strippers in that scene look really old, like cartoony kind of old.
Oh, okay.
Almost like, the old man in Hercules? At one point, there's some sort of like hobbled. I mean, like there's a character that literally looks like that too, and they really make them just like frazzled out old. I mean, it works so well.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah.
Which one? Mazeppa?
They all have their own great, and that's the thing is like they really played into their characteristics with the fun of the song.
Yes.
More so in a way than I've seen it ever done before. Because normally you don't get the characteristics until you hear the song.
Right.
And this one, before you hear the lyrics, you're like, and here's a good example. The one that has like electricity as her thing. Her hair is massive, frazzled out, like she's just been electrocuted.
Love it.
Like you see it before you hear it. It's great.
Which one would you like to be? There's the trumpet, the electrocuted one, and then there's like the butterfly.
It's the trumpet one.
I like the trumpet
And it's because of the production that I saw. Because it's this tall, brown-haired girl, and she's out of breath. Every line and everything. So by the time she hits it, it's like that's all the breath she has for is the horn. It's so good. They all put so much thought into it. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know which one I'd pick.
I see you as the butterfly one. Like you come out at the end and you're like, I'm demure, but also like hump.
I'll be Dainty June.
Oh yeah. That's true.
Oh, I don't know. Wow.
It's a good show.
Well, Broadway has to do something to make money.
And they normally get money by playing the hits.
Do you think Starlight Express will come over here?
There's a big production right now, right? In London?
Yeah.
I would like to see it.
Would you?
Yeah.
I do. Care to.
You don't care to?
I've seen the videos.
Oh. I mean, you're kind of just going for the show part of that. Like, not the music, not the story, right? I kind of just want to see them rollerblading.
It's Cats, but with train cars.
What the fuck?
I'm the diner car, come and eat me out.
Is that the lyric?
No.
I'd see it then. What was Andrew Lloyd Webber on? What the fuck?
Uninspired.
Cats is truly, and I'm glad that people like really realized it when the movie came out. They're like, what the fuck were we thinking?
But also did not do anything but write the music. All the poems were already there.
Yeah, it's true.
So, like, what did he really do?
There's a really good...
That's it. That's all he did.
It's not enough. Not enough to be a composer.
I was going to say something mean, but I'm not going to say it.
Oh, I was about to go in. There's a really good documentary out there about the making of Phantom of the Opera.
Oh.
And they have some interviews that really trash him because he tried it out at his like estate.
Oh, yeah.
And some of the people were like, the first draft was like laughable. I mean, it's kind of a silly show to begin with when you really think about it.
Yeah.
And the fact that it worked was kind of this weird alchemy. And because I don't think anyone expected it to be as popular as it was.
It's true.
And it's because it took a long time to develop. It was not a good thing to begin with.
Ran a long time. I've never seen it.
Hell of a long time. I've never seen it either. I've seen the movie. I've heard the soundtrack over and over.
Yeah. I've seen a couple concert clips.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've seen the chandelier fall.
I'm good.
There is a funny story about that, though. Fran Lebowitz talks about this in her documentaries, where she's like, yeah, when that came out, it was all big, and I took my mom to go see it. And apparently everybody knew. Do I have something there? You keep doing that.
No, it itches. I itch.
I'm starting to get self-conscious.
No, I itch.
She's like, I took my mom to see it, and apparently everybody knew about the chandelier except for me. So at the end of the second act, she's like screaming bloody murder because she thinks she's about to die.
Oh my God. I mean, it's scary, girl.
It is. They fully dropped that shit down.
It's scary. No, I should have tied it, but you know what?
You know what, Liv?
We're here.
We're here. Well.
I thought that was a ghost.
A ghost. Well,
I can't get my foot that high.
I think the shoes are saying it's time to wrap it up.
Oh my God. Y'all. God, I feel like we just talked a mile a minute.
We really did. I mean, we had a lot of exciting
No
things.
idea what we talked about. We talked about some things.
I think we talked about Chappell at one point, right?
Chappell. Or Chappell Roan.
One of my colleagues said that the other day. They're like, I think the radio has it wrong. They keep saying Chappell. And I was like, I think that's right.
On that note, everybody, if you're saying things wrong, don't let anybody bring you down. Because you know what? We all have speech impediments.
It's true. Yeah. And English is so made up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't even get me started on I before E except after C and all that. Because
fake
they
rules.
lying.
They're lying.
Romanticize this. Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.
Love yourself.